What's up, my Jeezys? My name's Kajeezy, and in this video, we're going to be going over a BG that I did. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to commentate over this, and I'm going to kind of, I'm going to speed up the parts that aren't exactly interesting, but the main thing I want to do is I want to talk about what I'm doing in the BG, and, you know, the things I can improve on, because I've just come back to World of Warcraft, and I realized that I'm kind of having trouble keeping up, you know, like I don't have the muscle memory anymore, and I'm all around making bad choices. So I think it would be nice to kind of benefit from those, and if we talked about like what choices were bad and what were good and what I could improve on, and by doing that, you know, maybe you guys could pick up on exactly what you should be doing yourself in BGs, and you know, just learn from my mistakes, because I made a lot of them in this battleground. Alright, so let's hop right into this. What I do off the start is I immediately go to the left and I grab our Berserker buff, because it's really nice to have the Berserker buff. For one, because it's nice to deny it from the enemy. You know, they're rushing on that side of the map and you don't want them to have it, and two, you know, you do want that extra damage output on your own team. The main reason that you want to grab it as a rogue is because you do have a lot of escapes. The only downside really to using the Berserker buff is that you do take more damage while using it, but if you are a rogue, then you do have everything like sprints, vanish, you know, feints. You have all these surviving abilities, so you know, there's less of a chance of you getting just globaled. Now, I do go on the pally first because I want to force that bubble. If I force the bubble, then that will really reduce the damage that's being put onto our team. So I do force that bubble, and I immediately hop on the Warlock. The Warlock, he's trying to live, but honestly, I have all of my cooldowns popped, and there's really no way that he can survive that. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is a lot of people go on and on about how terrible it is to pop all of your cooldowns at the same time, and I do agree. You know, I do agree. It's not that great of an idea if you're doing it in Arena, but the reason I do it in BGs is because, honestly, I do play to have fun. You know, I play to get big numbers. I play aggressive and stupid, and obviously I don't do that in Arena, but in a BG, you know, it's nice to just play stupid for big numbers, you know, but just for the record, don't take what you see me doing and don't use that in Arena, because honestly, it's not a viable strategy in Arena, because what will happen is they will just CC chain you and you will waste all of your cooldowns, and it's not a good thing. Now, one thing that a lot of people do is they just ignore the objective, and you can't do that and expect to win games. So what I'm doing is I'm sticking near the FC, and I'm just peeling for him. You know, I force that bubble. I'm just making sure that he is not getting touched, because I mean, you cannot just go, you can't take a Warsong Gulch like a team deathmatch. You know, it's not the same thing. World of Warcraft is a very strategic game, and that's why they have very strategic game types for it. You know, if you go into World of Warcraft trying to play it like some other type of game, then you will fail, and you'll probably bring your whole team down. So I am doing a little peeling work here. I'm probably going to speed this up a little bit because I know a lot of this is boring. So I'll just speed this up, and I will talk to you guys in a second. Okay, so nothing really eventful happened. I am coming out the tunnel, and there's a hunter here, so I do try and stop him real quick, because I don't want to let him get to our flag carrier, you know, and a lot of people will yell at you for fighting in the middle like this, but the thing about that is, you can write it off as playing midfield D, you know, so don't let the people yelling at you ruin that for you, because if you are playing defense, then it doesn't matter where you're playing defense, as long as you actually are stopping people from attacking your FC. So I do stop that guy right there, and I realize that I'm in a perfect position to go over there and just completely nuke their FC. I mean, I've got Berserker buff, and I've got all of my cooldowns, so I start getting ready. I do actually pick this one guy up. I don't even know where he came from, but apparently he's coming over there with me, and we are just gonna tear shit up. Okay, so this is a very hectic moment. I've got less than 10 seconds left on my Zerker buff, and I cannot find their flag carrier. It's such a frustrating thing, because I want to go on the flag carrier, but I just can't find him, and my Zerker buff is gone now, and it was just all around bad. I decided that I'm going to take out the Druid, the only healer on their team. So I do pop all cooldowns, I just completely blow her up, and there's really nothing she can do. The mage is holding the flag, so I start targeting him. I don't want to walk in the ring. The Druid actually does battle res, so I put her on focus, and I immediately blind her. She just popped her tree, so she's gonna have to sit out the entire tree in her blind. Right after the blind, I do manage to get a sap. You know, I'm still subterfuged, so I stay on the mage. One thing that I do bad here is I'm waiting to get the gouge after the sap. and I end up not having enough energy for it, so she does get one hot off. I mean, luckily she didn't actually manage to save him with that, but that could have ended really, really bad for me. I'm actually going to replay that clip because I do want to stress that I didn't do everything I could have done. I mean, even though we did get the kill, I shouldn't I shouldn't feel good about myself because I did screw up in one major spot, and here it is. Okay, I'm gonna play this clip in half speed because I really want to emphasize what I did wrong. I see her, I put her as my focus, and I do immediately blind her, and that's a good thing to do. I managed to get it right when she popped tree too, so that was even better. But look at how many combo points I have right now. I don't have my slice and dice rolling, meaning I don't have my extra energy regen. I'm tunnel visioning so hard, you know, I'm focusing so hard on getting that CC chain. I do manage to get the sap there. But the thing is, I completely overlook the fact that I have 5 combo points that are just going to waste. You know, I'm not spending them, and the reason I don't have enough energy right here for the gouge, like right after the sap ends, is because I didn't slice and dice. If I hadn't tunnel visioned and slice and dice, then I would have had enough energy for the gouge right when I needed it. So the lesson in this is to always pay attention to everything. You know, no matter how much something demands your attention, always pay attention to everything else that is going on around you, because in that situation, I wasted those 5 combo points, and that would have genuinely secured that kill if I hadn't tunnel visioned. I mean, it's great that we got the kill and all, but it is nice to go back and criticize yourself. You know, if you watch your own gameplay and then criticize yourself and just look at those little flaws, then chances are you won't make them in the future and you'll be a better player because of it. So me being super critical of myself is actually for my own benefit, don't worry. So yeah, we move forward. Okay, so I skipped a little further ahead in the BG because honestly nothing that interesting was happening, but we're going for the last cap right here, and holy shit, there's a lot of people in the flag room. Immediately I try to go for the warlock, but he disappears, so I decided that the next best thing to do is just to blow up the healer. I popped all cooldowns again because frankly I know she's not that great of a healer and I just want her gone right now. So now I'm just trying to live for the most part. I mean, there's a bunch of warriors and there's just all this crazy shit. Other melee classes seem to be pretty strong right now, so I'm kind of afraid to go toe to toe with too many of them. I do realize that our FC is dying, and this is not a good thing, and I'm like, holy shit, grab the flag. And right here I'm just gonna bring some epic music into this because this was the scariest moment of my return to World of Warcraft. I mean, there's a bunch of people and I'm under geared and I'm scared and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Holy shit, there's a bunch of warriors. I just run the hell away, man. And the shitty thing, the thing that I have the most problems with is the fact that I can rarely ever find the healer in these giant clusterfucks like this. So I'm just like, I don't want to line of sight, but it's like, oh god, I can't just stand here and take all this warrior damage. What the fuck do I do? And oh my god, look at my HP. Like, everything matters right here. I'm keeping recoup up, you know, I'm keeping my feint up. I'm just trying to live. I'm trying not to line of sight my healer. I'm so scared right now. I just get crit for a 10k, and that 10k was like the scariest thing in my whole life. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but thankfully my amazing healers pick me back up, and it's just in time, man. I mean, I was shitting myself right there. So at this point, I'm kind of in the clear, and things are looking good. I'm just waiting for the flag to return, and everybody on their team is kind of dying off. Yeah, the flag eventually it does come back, and I do manage to get the cap, and that wins the game. Yeah, I'm still gearing up, so I have a long way to go before I'm fully geared, but that was a nice BG. You know, it was a nice BG to partake in. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I would love to do more of these kind of commentary tutorial things in the future if you guys enjoy them. So I will talk to you tomorrow, and yeah, later, cheesies!